Hello, cats and kittens. Olewa Jose, Yoroshki. I'm here with my man Dave, and we're doing a video on the Whole Cake Island story arc, One Piece. Big One Piece. We both huge One Piece fans.
Huge.
Bow at the altar of Oda, you know. And basically, we're talking about the Whole Cake Island arc so far. I would have to say initially it started slow, dealing with the whole seducing woods and all of that.
Yeah.
And what's Big Mom's husband? What's his name?
Oh, I don't.
But it don't matter because he hasn't shown up anyway in the last 10.
He's been arrested since then.
Yeah, I mean he was good in the seducing woods, but then that's it. I ain't seen him in a minute, and I assumed he was going to be a huge factor in the story, but maybe that's coming up later. But Whole Cake Island introduced us to. We got more information on Big Mom.
Yes.
We got information on her family, definitely, or how her family or her crew is arranged.
But the most, I think, impactful thing overall for Whole Cake Island is the story of Sanji. Like that.
Oh, yeah,
right
yes,
there. Like
yes.
that's,
Yeah.
more than anything.
Well, true.
Sanji's history and his family and the whole dynamic of his upbringing and so forth, very
True.
Very amazing.
This is, I mean, it's essentially a Rescue Sanji arc.
Rescue Sanji arc.
So they're trying to rescue Sanji, and that was supposed to have been the year of Sanji, which has me a little irritated, but it's the year of Sanji, and that we found out about his family.
Yeah.
Big reveal with the German 6'6". He's come from a family of assassins.
German 6'6".
Double six, there you go. German 6'6". We found out he has 3 brothers and a sister.
Yeah.
Who were horrible to him. Horrible people. They treated him like crap. They beat on him. They mocked him. Even when he was trying to make food for little rats, they stomped him down. So we can see why he never spoke. All right, clearly. So the interesting part about this arc, I think, is that it's not built like the other arcs necessarily. From the beginning, you would assume Big Mom was, or you would think maybe Big Mom was going to be the villain. There wasn't any clear definition as to, aside from getting Sanji, what has to be done. They're kind of like stumbling through an attempt to grab Sanji back, but you never get a clear view that this is the person that's going to have to be beat, or these are the line of villains that they're going to have to go through, like in Dressrosa.
Yeah.
You had to go through the Don Quixote family.
Yeah, you had to. Joe Flamingo had to go down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you get introduced to her family in little bits, so you can't make the matchups. You know what I mean? I never got a clear vision of who everybody in Luffy's crew was going to have to fight. And even to this point right now, I don't know who the matchups are going to be.
I don't know. And I guess the most frightening part of this whole arc, or this whole, that makes it so different, is I don't know at this stage in the Mugiwara development that Luffy's ready to be battling a Yonko. Like, this is one of those situations whereas you know that they would be lucky to make it out alive.
Right.
And not to say, because I mean, I guess it harkens back somewhat to the idea of Impel Downs, where essentially, Magellan's a monster, and the idea is just being able to get out of Impel Downs was in and of itself the big thing in that arc. It's the same thing in some regard, just because Big Mom is a monster. Like, I don't know how anybody's going to be able to put her down.
Agreed. There's no, and again, I don't bring up the fact that you don't see the matchups, or you don't know how they're going to get out of the situation as negatives. As a matter of fact, those are positives.
I agree.
There's no formula. There's not as clear a formula as you would expect, and I don't see how they're going to get out of this. I don't see who's going to have to fight who. Which adds to the entertainment value, I think.
Well, and I think it speaks to, and I don't want to deviate too much, but it speaks to the strength of Oda as a writer. And, ultimately you have to, sing his praises because, quite frankly, it's hard to pin down. You know, you have a lot of guys who will offer theories, who'll say, I bet this is going to happen. And sometimes they're right, and a lot of times they aren't. Because Oda keeps you guessing. He keeps you on the edge of your seat. And you can't pin him down. You can't say definitively, this is what's going to happen. I can't say Luffy's going to fight Big Mom in this arc, and that's going to be the big battle for everybody to get out. I can't say that that's going to happen. And I can tell you, I would not be surprised if he fought Big Mom. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. I can tell you, I wouldn't be surprised either way. You know, it's just real. So I like that about what Oda's doing. It's hard to say, because it's not to say it's not formulaic, because it's a shonen series, but part of what makes him spectacular is he deviates from the norm. I think that's part of what makes Oda spectacular.
Now, one of the staples of One Piece sagas or arcs is a big emotional moment.
Yeah.
And I got to hang my hat on the Luffy Sanji fight. If you want to call that a fight, that was a big one. It was a good moment. I thought that's a classic Oda moment where feelings are out there. Sanji has to basically convince Luffy to leave. So he tell him he never believed in him being a pirate king, and pirates are just trash. He's with the German 666. He doesn't need Luffy or any of his crewmates. And then proceeds to beat him down. And Luffy doesn't raise a hand to him. You know? He won't fight his Macau.
He won't.
And then capped it off by telling her, I know you hurt more than me. And then the classic joint, Sanji go back and start weeping, you know what I mean? It was a classic Oda moment.
It was. I think that was very well, and I like it. It makes it clear that there is definitive growth in characters. Luffy had to grow. He fought Usopp, so he had to learn from what went down in a previous arc to get to the point where I'm not going to do this anymore. And it's not to say, because he has laid hands on Sanji, but you know, ultimately Sanji was popping off dumb stuff out his mouth. So Luffy had to go upside his head just to say, hey, get yourself together. So I like that moment too. And I mean, and another moment high for me is just happened in the last chapter where your man Jinbei, you know, it was I love strong Nakama moments. And part of Big Mom's, spoiler alert, if you're not caught up, don't listen past this moment. But part of Big Mom's get off is she's able to, if you're afraid of her, if you fear dying, then she's going to suck out your soul and you're going to die. And if Jinbei shakes off her ability to say, homie, I'm back in the Pirate King, I ain't got nothing to be afraid of, and he's staring, he's fire. Straight in the combo moment, and I'm about it. It was one of the highlights of the arc for me. One of the highlights of the arc for me. You know, I really enjoyed it.
Now, another question that's hovering over the series is, among many, who's going to be the next Nakama? Well, we already got Jimmy. He's in.
Got Jimmy.
My theory had been that it was going to be, who was I? I was banking on Reiju for a minute. Once we found out that she was cool and the rest of the German 666 is right. All right, I figured Reiju was going to join in. Then Pudding does her little double twist and turned out that she alright. Oh, she not going to say she, I ain't going to go so far as to say she alright, but she's not as bad as she seems.
She's jaded. She had a rough go at it. You thought you got Pudding maybe?
Pudding maybe, but her turnaround was a little too quick.
You thought it was too quick?
A little bit, because she basically, what was it? Somebody thought her eye wasn't disgusting, and she breaks down past all of the stuff that she was about to kill Reiju.
I mean,
or not kill her, he wasn't, but she tortured Reiju.
I mean, she did, but I mean, you are told time and time again that you're ugly, that you're unattractive, that you're no good, and you have one person who comes to you and says, you are beautiful. Right. I don't know. Like it seemed like that's a South Park moment. Like that's a catch you. And I don't like. And I know we talked about in the past. You and I off camera, folks. I'm sorry, but the idea of Caesar the idea of him somehow or another coming on board to
Right.
But you know, we feel like his wrongs are too irredeemable for him. You know, like Frankie came on after he bust Usopp up, you know, and essentially you beat Usopp down, but are you irredeemable as a character? Whereas we don't feel like Caesar has that moment where he comes, you know, he has that. Pudding hasn't done anything on camera outside. She did torture Sanji's sister,
which wasn't cool, but she didn't do nothing.
But she ain't kill her. She's still running around, you know.
That's true.
You can come back for that. For me, I felt like Carrot is a strong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A strong candidate to be in addition to the team. And I think Oda. I read somewhere where Oda said he's gonna bank in a few people. So you'll get some people coming in, like whatever. I could see Carrot coming on, and she seems to me, she fits in with, you know, the people who lunch out hard. She has a lunch out quality. She has this wide-eyed quality where things are new to her. She's just very eager. I like Carrot a lot. And then the women on the team aren't the fighter type. You know, Nami will get into a wreck, and she'll do that. Robin doesn't fight folks. You know, and Carrot, you get that hands-on. You can get a nice beat down out of Carrot, where I don't think you'll get that from the other two ladies on the movie. So I could see Carrot being a great addition to the team.
Okay. Carrot, Jimmy basically is in. Carrot, Reiju probably won't make it, but I wish he would. But that'd be two women back to back. That wouldn't. But then he did say that a former enemy was going to join in. I don't know who would qualify in that respect, unless you go with Caesar. But I don't really want Caesar in the crew, but it would be kind of weird.
I mean, and what they've done with his... See, the problem that I find is you had him, this utter huge villain before, and you have to forget that. But Caesar, as he is now, is funny. And I can see, you know, so I find, you know, he's a strange character to wrap your mind around, because he lunches out pretty hard. So I don't know how that would work out.
It'd be interesting. I wouldn't have seen it coming. That's true. Going back to fighters, I think just on the side note, one thing I'm disappointed with is that Nami, during that big fight where they were getting attacked by all of Big Mom's pawns and whatever, I would have liked to see Nami flex a little bit more with her. I mean, she got a new weapon and she ain't really put no use to it. And maybe that's coming. I don't know. I had one theory where she was going to walk away with, what was it, the sun and the cloud. What was it? Somehow she was going to be able to use the climate attack to wield them things and walk out of the train with her. That would be hot.
I mean, it has to be a combo between, I guess, her and maybe Brooke, but him being the Soul King. But that would be amazing.
Because during the fight, somebody in North said, you know, that it was amazing that she was able to do what? She did something regarding, what's it called again? Zeus and, what's it called?
Zeus and,
whatever. That she was able to do something. I can't remember what it was. I just had the feeling she was going to get them because they weren't related. Probably not. But as you said, Brooke had a good moment.
Brooke had a good moment.
He had a good moment. I would like to see it.
Yeah, see,
he's teasing.
I think what's happening, and I think what's happening is One Piece is exceptionally expansive, and in terms of the scope of the story. So from my understanding, is he wants to be at the halfway mark, and I honestly believe if he was doing One Piece the way he wanted to do One Piece, he'd probably be just a third into the story. So my understanding is he's combining aspects of certain story arcs and putting them together. So I feel like he's probably rushing through a lot of stuff instead of giving us stuff on camera. Because I would have liked to have seen Brooke get his match. I would like to see Nami get hers.
A little bit.
I like to see it.
We want to see. I mean, because certain what's he called?
We had to go through a 2-year time skip. I want to see something.
Yeah, Luffy got his gear 4. We waiting on Zolo. That's probably gonna be in
open that eye, Zolo.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna open the eye.
Open that eye.
My man Usopp got his hockey. I want to see the weak trio rise up because this is the new world. I said that in another video. You can't go through the new world. You can't run past the Yonko and be weak. These cats.
Everybody has to be a monster. Everybody has to be a monster. It has to mean something. If Luffy's going to be the Pirate King, it has to mean something to be on the Pirate King's ship.
So I'm gonna try to wrap this up. We got the alliance with what's my man, Capone Beige.
Yeah,
that was an interesting alliance. It's gonna go badly, I think. I don't see them being partners anywhere down the line. I think this is.
He's not a law.
This ain't law. Yeah, this is gonna be what they call it. This is basically mirroring the St. Valentine's Day Massacre or the Red Wedding or whatever you want to call it. Nothing good is gonna come of this. They'll be lucky if they escape with their lives. The big questions that we got now is how do they get out? We met Katakuri, we met Biscuit, we met what's her name, Juice, Smoothie, whatever her name is.
She is a monster.
There are too many beasts in her crew for these people to walk out of here unscathed. So something's gonna happen.
They're not coming for us, folks.
Yeah, that's anyway. Something terrible is gonna happen.
A couple in.
We don't know what, but it's a great story arc. Like I said, it started kind of slow, but as it picked up, it's. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite story arc, but it's up there. It's getting pretty good.
It is getting very good. It's very good. I like it.
So I'm not gonna have a review. I didn't do a review for the last two because I was upgrading my equipment, and that's just how it is. But we got
for the upgrade.
Yeah, we got a new chapter coming up this week, and you look for a review either Friday night or Saturday early. That's it. We hope you enjoyed the video. Stay loose.